Hi there, I'm Aerlie Wildy from airliewildy.com. I'm a business coach and I help women in business build their business sustainably. So that for me involves looking at time management and how productive you are, but also the systems that you have in your life to support you and to support the flow of your business. Today I want to talk to you about time management, I suppose, and your scheduling, because it can be I speak to so many women in business who just feel so overwhelmed by the lack of time that they have and that there's just not enough time to do everything. There's just a couple of points I wanted to talk to you about with this. So there's two scenarios here that I wanted to just talk about. The first one is when you kind of get into the habit, because you don't actually consciously realize you're doing it, that you're putting yourself last. And when you look at your weekly schedule, there's just no time for you. And this can happen, so easily because there are so many other things to do. There's your business, and there's always a million things to do in your business. And then there's your family and looking after them, and managing your home and all the things that you've got to do in your home. And you get to the end of the week and feel absolutely exhausted because you haven't actually had any time for yourself to kind of recharge or keep your cup flowing, and that can be really dangerous in terms of burning out over time. It's overwhelming when you're always putting yourself last, and quite often you don't realize it, because as women we do it without thinking about it, just through learning and modeling from various parts of our lives and media, and that kind of just happens, but it's not helpful. The other scenario is where we kind of schedule our calendar and cram everything in. And it's usually with the urgent things that we've got to do. We're always responding to emails and responding to clients and, just all the urgent things, and everything has a sense of urgency. But the problem with that is that, your goals and the things that you need to build your business are actually being pushed to the side. And that's probably having a bit of a conflict within you because you're not ever getting to them. So by the end of the week, when you've done all these little urgent things, you don't feel so great because you haven't actually spent a decent amount of time on the important things. And there's probably, linked to that is sort of a third scenario, I suppose, where you have a massive to-do list, and you just work through it, sometimes with the easiest things first, and that's fine, but you feel like you never get to the end of it, like you're never able to catch up. And all of these things, all of these scenarios just end up leaving you feeling deflated and frustrated and overwhelmed, and that doesn't get you anywhere. It's like you end up procrastinating a lot because you're feeling so frustrated, and that's when the Facebook sort of random scrolling starts happening, and that's adding to the frustration, and just can't seem to get unstuck and move forward and have that progress and that sort of inspiration and that motivation. And no, it's not realistic to have amazing motivation all the time, but when you have progress on your goals and the things that are important to you and the things that mean something to you, it's much easier to work with focus and to feel energized by it, rather than just doing ad hoc urgent stuff all the time, because it's feeding your soul, because it's doing what you want to do. And that's why you wanted to start your own business, because you wanted to feel better about it, have better balance. But working to a sense of urgency and putting yourself last is not achieving the things that you actually started your business for, really. So I just wanted to talk a few things about how to address that. When you put yourself first, it is the best productivity strategy that you could have. When you schedule in time for yourself, you are giving yourself energy, you're giving yourself time to recharge, and it's the most sustainable productivity strategy you can have. and it's really important. Let me check my notes. Yeah, really, that's all I want to say about that one. Truly, when you schedule in, whether it's, a daily walk in the morning or 5-minute meditation, sometimes the smallest things go a long way, and they can keep you going when you are, working hard, but you need to work with care, because you need to build your business with care, because otherwise there is no business if you're burnt out. You won't make progress. You're not giving your clients your best if you're burnt out. You're not giving your family or yourself the best when you're burnt out. And the other strategy there, that the scheduling and doing everything urgent, is to schedule time for important things. To have it in your schedule and to stick to your schedule so that you get a balance, and that you make progress with your important goals, the things that are important to you. And that includes sometimes family and your own self-care, because your health is important to you. So those things have to be scheduled, not just all the important things go into your weekly schedule. You need a balance of working on important things and urgent and important things. You can't just do urgent all the time. It's not going to get you anywhere except feeling exhausted and overwhelmed. So I'm running a webinar, if you're reading this, watching this in real time, next week, on how to schedule a sustainable weekly schedule. So I'd love you to join me in that. And if you want to get a replay of it, check out my website. You should be able to find it there. But thanks for watching. I hope this made sense, that self-care is really the best productivity strategy, and to make it sustainable in the long term. And so putting yourself first, but doing the important things too, scheduling in time for them. Otherwise, you'll just feel so run down and spread so thin doing urgent stuff, you can't sustain it. So I'd love to see you at my webinar. If you have any questions, ask me, send me an email. I'd love to hear from you. If you agree with me, if you don't, if you want to talk about it, let's talk. Thanks very much. I'm Aerlie Wildy from aerliewildy.com. Thanks. Bye.